Happy Tuesday, guys. Today I want to talk about my gaming backlog and why I buy so many games and never play them. It's just a weird thing. I know, like, everyone I know, especially on PC, has a similar problem that I do. So I don't feel too weird about it because a lot of people I know have a backlog of games that they just buy on sale and they end up never playing them. So I'm going to show you guys my backlog and kind of try to justify the reason why I buy these games and end up never playing them. But as you can see on my profile, I don't really spend that much time gaming in general. I have been playing. Obviously, I play outside of Steam. I play on my Dolphin emulator. I do play on Origin every now and then. I've been playing through the Mass Effect trilogy lately, but it's really haven't been spending that much time into gaming. I'd say I'd spent about twice as much time as it says on Steam. So I've probably put 8 hours overall the past 2 weeks into gaming, and my consoles, as you guys know, have just been collecting dust. So yeah, I don't really spend that much time playing games. So that could be another reason. Once you get older, everyone says this. Once they get older, and they reach the time where like they're in college or maybe after college when they start getting their career on track, and they just don't have the time to play games. So that's one reason why people say that they have a huge backlog and they just can't find the time to play all these games. Meanwhile, though, that's not really a good reason why people have such huge backlogs, because they end up buying all these games, never playing them, but they still are able to find the time for games that they've been playing or new games that they bought after the games that they have on a backlog, if that makes any sense. So that's not a good enough justification. Well, I just don't have enough time to play games, because I could easily use that excuse, because look at the hours I have on Steam. It's not really a lot. But on the other hand, I have games dating back to 2012 that I've bought and not even installed once. So I gotta come up with a better excuse than that. So let's look through all my games. So of course I have a few non-Steam games that I don't even know how many hours I put. I tried Apex for a little bit. Not really a big fan, but I'm not going to count free-to-play games. So if a game's free to play and you download it and it's in your backlog, that's really not that big of a deal because you didn't actually put money into it. Battlefield 3, I've been trying to get into, but for some reason there's just like some issues with me running the game. For whatever reason, it has nothing to do with my rig, because this game came out in 2011. But again, this game I got on Origin Access, so we're not going to talk about that game. But look at these games: Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, Borderlands pre-sequel. Never installed these. I bought these fairly recently, a little bit over 2 weeks ago, now 3 weeks ago. And there's an explanation for this. My friends, my real-life friends, said that they want to do Borderlands, play, 4 people, because I have 3 other friends who want to play through all the Borderlands games together with me. The problem is, they all have different schedules. One of my friends is the military out in Hawaii. My other friend, he works really late. And then my third friend, I don't know what the hell he does, but the point is, we don't really have the time, a schedule where we can all play all at once, if that makes any sense. But we have planned, we are going to play these games together, but will it ever happen? I don't know. Did I waste a whole bunch of money? But that's another thing. These 3 games were all bundled together on sale for something crazy like $40 or $30, something really cheap, because usually you see Borderlands 2, they still sell it, or the Handsome Collection, they still sell these 2 games together for like $60. So if I get these 3 games for like $30, I'm going to get it, and it's kind of like an impulse thing. And that's why you have so many sales on Steam and in other places, because they know, you're going to be enticed by the fact that there's a sale, and the game is usually costs a lot more than it does on sale, so you end up buying it on sale and then never playing it. That's what they want you to do, really. I mean, they don't care if they like it if you play it, obviously, but if you don't play it, it doesn't matter. They still make the money, right? So Gearbox just made money from pretty much doing nothing, just slashing the price for a few days, and it got a whole bunch of people like me to just buy these games. Castle Miner Z, I'm trying to get into it. I need to find people who play the game with, because it's more fun with friends. I do have a good chunk of time on the game so far, and I did just buy it last week, and I did buy 4 copies. I gave 3 free copies to some random people on Steam because I felt generous. Because it was $8 for 4 copies, I'd be like, why not just spend $4 more and give it away to people who might want to use it? So that's nice. Castle Miner Z is just like a more mature version of Minecraft, I guess, where you have guns and you have like violence and blood and that kind of stuff. I like Castle Miner Z. I played it back in the day with the 360. I figured buy it again on the PC because it's completely dead on 360. Like, the indie game store on 360 is completely shut down, so I can't even play it if I wanted to. Plus, I just gave my 360 away to some people, and my friends that live in a dorm in college. I said, here's an Xbox 360. It's completely yours. I gave it away because my friend who lives in the dorm, he isn't really much of a gamer. The most recent console he has is a Nintendo Wii. So I had him like, hey, here's a 360, man. Because he talked about wanting a 360. I'm like, I'm just giving it away to you. I'm not even like saying borrow it. It's yours. Keep it. Because I have an Xbox One backwards compatibility. I don't really need a 360. It was just collecting dust for all that time. So I figured I'd be nice. But I did want to play Castle Miner Z again because I remember amazing memories I've had with my friends. But that's another problem, like finding new people to play the game with. So if you have Castle Miner Z, any of these 7 people that are watching this video, consider giving it a reinstall. It's only like 500 megabytes. And yeah, I mean, I'd like to play with you. Okay, I can explain this. Counter-Strike Source. 1 minute into the game. I've only played 1 minute of CS Source. And I'm the one that talks all the shit saying Counter-Strike Source is much better than CSGO. There's a reason why I've only have 1 minute in the game, okay? When I play Counter-Strike Source, it's usually through Gary's mod, because Gary's mod, Trouble in Terrorist Town, is pretty much Counter-Strike Source, like, modded into a game mode. So it uses all the assets, all the weapons. It pretty much plays just like CS Source. I bought the game so I could use the assets. I used to steal the assets from some type of website and just dump it into my Gmod files. But I decided, you know what, I want to give CS Source a try. Apparently the modding community is still very much alive, and I do consider this game to be in my backlog also, because I did buy it intending to play it. DayZ, I do have a good amount of time in this game, so this game is not really in my backlog. I should play it again, though I haven't played it in a while. Apparently they finally finished it, so that's cool. I should probably give it another try. Anyone who's watching this video who's played DayZ recently, is it actually good? Like, is it stable? Is it fun again? Because I remember it was just a glitchy mess and wasn't very fun back in 2014 when I played this game nonstop. So let me know if the game is much better now. These games, Deus Ex Human Revolution and Mankind Divide, I haven't played any of these games. I still need to get around to them. I just saw these games on sale. I bought this back when I first got my gaming PC, so that would be like November 27th. This was the autumn sale, so I was kind of compulsed to have a few new PC games to try out. So these games together were like $20. So I'm like, why not? I never played Deus Ex before, so I'm gonna play it eventually. Fallout 1 is on the Bethesda launcher. It was free. Can't get into it. It's still in my backlog. I just can't get into it because the gameplay is just so different and so outdated in comparison to Fallout 4, which I do have a decent amount of time in it, but most of my time playing was on the Xbox One. I have about 6 or 7 playthroughs on Fallout 4 back on the Xbox One, and I did buy it to see, because there are a lot of mods that are only on PC, and just overall the PC experience playing Bethesda games is much better, much smoother. So once I'm bored with everything else, I will get to Fallout 4 eventually. When years from now, when I finally feel like playing Fallout again, because now it's just tiring. 76 is on the Bethesda launcher. I let me explain. 76. People are like, "Why the hell did you buy that game?" I was kind of tempted. I want to try it out because I am a hardcore Fallout fan, and people are thinking like, "Why the hell did you waste your money on that?" Well, it was on sale for about $40, and someone gave me a $50 Visa gift card, and I didn't know what the hell I wanted to buy with it. So I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just buy 76? I have about 10 hours on this game, and I have to say that I'm not very impressed by it. It really is. It's just there's nothing to do. And it has nothing to do with, like... It really has to do with Fallout. The Fallout games just not translating well into online multiplayer. And the engine, the creation engine, just not translating well into, like, a PvP situation. Fight Pro Wrestling World, I just bought this game today, and I do have 2 hours on it, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to get into the game. It's just very complicated. Anyone who's familiar with this game knows that it probably has one of the greatest learning curves out of any game you could ever play. It's just you really have to know your stuff. You need to know all the button combinations. You need to really know how to create everything and all that. It's like really, you really need to know what you're doing. We're not talking about Fortnite. Gmod, obviously not in my backlog. Look at how many hours I have in this game. Gotham City Imposters is free to play. Like I said, can't really consider that to be a backlog if it's free. GTA 4, I just bought this game. I did buy it a few months ago. I just installed it on my PC today, and I do actually intend on playing this like today, because GTA 4, in my opinion, is better than 5. So I am looking very much forward to playing GTA 4 on the PC, because I played it in the 360. Now I get to join online servers. Apparently the online community is still active. Apparently there are a couple role-playing servers also. So I'll see, maybe I'll get a brand new experience out of the PC version, because GTA 4 back in the day was amazing, and I still think this is one of the second best GTA game of all time. And of course, once I get through the game, I'll play the episodes DLC. Just Cause 2, never installed it. December 28, 2012. I enjoyed this game back in the day on the PS3. I played the demo. I never bought the full game, so I finally bought the full game on the PC, and I never got around to installing it. Definitely a game I should check out, because Just Cause 2 was amazing. The new games, I played Just Cause 3 for a little bit and instantly got bored. I'm like, this game is trash. And I heard Just Cause 4 is like even worse, so. But Just Cause 2 was amazing. Kingdoms of Amalur, man. I tried to get into this game. I just can't. It really, I don't know. I don't know why I can't get into this game. The lore and everything is just not my cup of tea. It really, it's one of those games that's not bad, but it just takes so long to break into that. That's another problem I have with the backlog. Even it's games that I've launched before, but it's such a slow start, and it takes such a long time to get into it. Like Skyrim, boom, a dragon attacks, and you're pretty much right into it. Most RPGs like Kingdoms of Amalur, though, are very much more slow-paced than games like The Elder Scrolls, so it really took me a while to get into it, and I've only have 27 minutes on it. I do plan on finishing this game eventually, but we'll see. These two Mass Effect games, like I said, I'm playing through the trilogy again. I got them free. Well, not free, but I paid my Origin Access subscription for a year, $30 a year, which I thought was pretty good. And then this is just Mod Organizer that I use for Fallout New Vegas. Paladins, I don't have much time on this. Not in my backlog necessarily, because like I said, it's a free-to-play game. But what really pisses me off is the forced tutorial. I'm still going through the tutorial, and you have to go through level 5 in order to play with real people. And that just pisses me off so much that I'm probably never going to play this shit again. I love Paladins, but my patience wears really thin when it comes to that kind of stuff. Forced tutorials, I might make a video on that separately. PUBG, I played the mobile version to death. Didn't really play too much on the PC, as you could see. I'm not very into it. Plus, if you look at my downloads real quick, and this is another reason why I have such a huge backlog of games. Look at this. Let's install the update. It's 12 gigabytes, right? Well, let's see if it'll actually show me. Well, we'll go back to it. Let's not waste time. But we'll talk about PUBG later. Postal 2, amazing game. Don't have a backlog on that. Saints Row the Third, I have a backlog on this, kind of. I only have 3 hours. Obviously, never finished the game. On the PC, I finished it on the 360. Thought it was a load of piece of shit. So then, why would you buy it on the PC? Well, because of mods. And for some reason, Saints Row 4 would run perfectly on my PC. Ultra settings, no frame drops. Saints Row the Third on my old PC would run like shit. The frames would skip. It would run like a slideshow. But then I'd launch Saints Row 4 and it would run butter smooth. Don't understand that. Still trying to figure that out, but I'm sure I'll have a much better experience when I do get to reinstall, and I might make a Saints Row the Third review. Talk about the exact reasons why I think Saints Row Third and Saints Row 4 are trash games. We'll do that in the future. I only had 20 minutes in Spec Ops: The Line. I really want to get into this game. I don't know why I haven't. I really should play this game more, but for some reason I just haven't got into it yet. But I should. It's a pretty good game. I enjoy the gameplay. I mean, the gameplay is okay. It's not amazing, but I heard the story's really good, so I should get into that. I played this game like 3 times, Tales from the Borderlands, on the PlayStation 4. I decided to rebuy it for the PC because Tales from the Borderlands is probably the best thing Telltale's ever done, and I just want to have all my Borderlands stuff on one platform, so that was kind of $15 I just threw down the toilet because I just felt like spending money, to be honest with you. Witcher 1. I'm getting into the game. I haven't played in a while, over a month or almost 2 months now, but I do plan on playing through the entire trilogy, as I plan through playing through the Mass Effect trilogy. But as soon as I beat 1, I'll get into 2, and as soon as I beat 2, I'll play 3. And I know people have been like, oh my god, I just met a person who's never played The Witcher before. Well, I have played it a little bit on the PS4. Wasn't a big fan of it, as you could see by my review, which was a total joke. I'm reviewing a game that I only spent like 20 minutes playing because, you know, I was a troll back in the day. But Wolfenstein, I haven't really played yet. I don't know. I haven't gotten into it. It seems pretty fun. I played like a couple minutes of it, like 5 minutes, but I played it offline, so the minutes aren't logged into it. But I haven't spent like more than 20 minutes playing this game, and I just was not a big fan of. I mean, I thought it was okay, but for some reason my PC's having a hard time running it, and it's weird. AVGN Adventures, I only played for 9 minutes. Anyone remembers this game? The Angry Video Game Nerd had his own video game. It was like 8-bit. It's pretty cool. I should probably play it again, but this is like one of the hardest, really hard games, and I think that was by design because AVGN is always known for playing these games and always raging, so he's like, this is bullshit. So I think that's why he made a game incredibly hard, so you could react like he does. Bad Company 2, I only played for a little bit, and as you can see, I don't own the game anymore. I had a refund. I didn't play it because I would have played it because Battlefield Bad Company 2 is amazing. Probably one of the best first-person shooter games I've ever played. The problem I had with Bad Company 2 was that Steam key, like the key that I had, I typed in the key and it wouldn't work, and I kept typing it in and it said it was invalid, like the key that Steam gave me to put into the game, and it wouldn't work, so I got a refund. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if buying it on Origin is gonna make it better. I don't want to waste my money because I know Origin is a little bit harder when it comes to refunds, but we'll see. Never played Call of Duty 4 on the PC, never played Black Ops 2 on the PC. Oh, I did play the multiplayer for like a couple hours, but all these games I never played. I was going to play Ghost, but I had some issue with DirectX, and it just wouldn't even launch, go past the start screen, so that sucked. I have a little bit of time in NW2, but, you know, as you guys know, I play these games a lot on console. I just bought them on PC because I wanted to see what it was like on PC, but never really got around to doing it. Call of Juarez. This was a good game. I had a little bit of fun of it, but my old gaming laptop from back then, the game was so like it wasn't like graphically demanding, but my computer would get so hot from playing this game that the computer would shut itself off. That's why I haven't finished this game yet. So this game is also in my backlog. I hate this game. I just don't like it. But it's free, so who cares? DLC Quest I never played. It was an indie game that someone recommended to me back in the day, and I just never got around to playing it. I never even played Dota 2. I don't know why it's in my library. Like, I don't even remember ever installing it or purchasing it, even though it's a free game. But you know what I mean. Fallout 3 I played a lot of through Tales for Two Wastelands, if you know what that is. It's pretty much merges Fallout 3 with New Vegas. So, as you can see, I have a lot of hours on New Vegas. GTA 3, I don't know why I couldn't get into GTA 3. It's the OG, but wasn't a fan of it. Vice City, plenty of time on that. Never played this game. It was free with my PC purchase. I never really had any interest in playing it. This is just a movie. I never played Just Cause 2, so of course I never played the multiplayer. Killing Floor, I played a little bit of it. I thought it was fun, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I played Killing Floor 2 on the console, and I thought it was okay, but I don't know. It just felt a little bit stale, in my opinion. Left 4 Dead, OG, played plenty of that. Guardians, I just beat. Metro, I couldn't get into Metro. I don't know why. This game I never played, never will play. NBA 2K13. Played plenty of Portal. I actually beat Portal. I didn't know the game was only 4 hours long. I do remember beating it. Maybe I have like some hours offline and it didn't log it. I don't know. But oh yeah, I think that's true, because I remember I played the hell out of this game during Hurricane Sandy, and I had no power, but my laptop had power, so I just kept playing the game until my laptop died. So yeah, I did beat this game. Never beat Portal 2 though. I don't know why. Postal 3. Please can we just not talk about Postal 3? That game, it's like, imagine Saints Row the Third, but even worse. That's Postal 3. Never played any of these Red Faction games. I don't know why. I really should get into these. This game, someone gave it to me as a gift. I don't even plan on playing this shit. I don't know. Rust, I only have 2 hours on Rust. That's surprising. Sonic 4, I still, I don't know. I just didn't like Sonic 4. I played Episode 1. Didn't like Episode 2. Space Chem. What the hell is Space Chem? I don't even remember. Did someone give this to me? I don't even remember buying this. Super Hexagon. I don't even remember I don't even remember buying some of this. Surgeon Simulator was garbage. I don't plan on playing that game again. Team Fortress Classic. Fun game, but there was too many issues with running the game on Windows 7 back then. It just wasn't compatible for some reason. Another game someone gave to me for free. And Wolfenstein The Old Blood. Since I never beat the first Wolfenstein, I didn't get to the New Order. I obviously didn't play the New Blood. So let's talk about this, though. Look at how long it takes for me to download a simple update. It's pretty slow. So that's another reason why I have a huge backlog, is because of just my internet situation not being so good. It's just not great. Not great situation. So if my internet speeds are so slow, I'm not going to be so quick to download all these games, especially if I have homework to do and videos to make. Downloading a game really slows down it really makes the computer slow, and trying to get into websites is not fun. So I actually do have more of an excuse than most people do, I guess. But I also have I don't have too many console backlog games, really. Like, unless you want to count those games for gold or free PlayStation games, I just added them to my library and never wanted to play. But just in case I wanted to one day. I guess you could say those games are my backlog, but I haven't had this problem until I got on PC of having a huge backlog of games, not playing them. It's just weird. Like, why this is a PC thing? I guess because they have so many sales, and you're just tempted to buy them, and you never get around to playing them. I don't know. But I have so many games I don't play that I have these games in my favorites. It's like 20 games in my favorites, and then the other ones are just sitting here that I have no intention of ever playing. Like NBA 2K13. What the hell was I thinking? NBA 2K13. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments why, like, what do you think is the reason why, not just me, but why you have a backlog, why people you know have such a huge backlog. You just buy these games, never play them, and you can't say it's all about time, because that's an easy excuse that people bring up. Oh, I just don't, I'm an adult, man, I have responsibilities, I don't have a time, I have a girlfriend, I have a wife, I have a kid, and I have all this stuff going on. But then you find the time to play a new game. Like, after you buy all these games that you never played, you have enough time to play a new game. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't really buy that excuse too much. I think it's some kind of psychological thing where you see a game is on sale, and you're like, oh, I'm saving so much money, I need to buy the game, even if I didn't really intend on, even if I didn't really want the game to begin with. But what if I do want the game one day? I'll save so much money if I buy it now. It's an impulse thing. I think that's really what it is, more than anything else. I have a backlog of maybe 2 games on the Xbox One, Watch Dogs 2 and LA Noire. But I did beat LA Noire back in the day, so I'm like, I'll buy the remastered version. It was cheap, so I'm like, I might as well buy it. And Watch Dogs 2, I just, I don't know why I couldn't get into Watch Dogs 2. I really enjoyed Watch Dogs 1, even though most people didn't. But Watch Dogs 2, I just have a backlog on that. But so many, this is more of like a PC gaming thing for me, because most of the time on consoles I don't have really much of a backlog at all. And we're gonna pause this because I'll finish it eventually. It's just I don't want to keep installing this. But let me know what you guys think. What do you think the root cause of so many people having backlogs is? Like, why do you think that's the case? And I know this is like an incredibly long video. Let's see how long we're going. Oh, 27 minutes. That's pretty crazy. 27 minutes. Yeah, I think we went a little bit too long today. And it's going to take me forever. It's going to take me forever to upload this video because my upload speeds are so terrible. But we'll see how fast that takes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. It was just something to do for fun, to just look at all these games I never played. Talk about why I never played them, and talk about like why so many people have this backlog of games that they never play. And I just thought it was kind of interesting to talk about. I think it has a lot to do with human psychology, just the idea of the impulse buy and never getting around to playing it. I don't think it has to do with being an adult and not having enough time. Maybe that's part of it, but again, if you have a backlog of so many games and then you play a new game and still don't play the other one, you keep buying more and more and more games, then it really doesn't have anything to do with being an adult. It has to do with being irresponsible with your money. You know what I mean? And I'm guilty also. I'm not going to pretend that I'm high and mighty. But it's interesting. It's an interesting topic, definitely.